With this post, the series about the arguments for the existence of God continues. In the post, Who is God?, we analyze the definition of God, according to the Bible. Who made the world? The planet on which we live presents the ideal conditions for life. We have night and day, the seasons, an ideal temperature, and so on. If the Earth were closer to the Sun, we would be killed by radiation and heat. If the Earth were too far from the Sun, we would freeze to death. Who put the Earth at the right distance from the Sun? If the size of the Earth were bigger, we would be crushed by gravity. If it were smaller, the atmosphere would evaporate. Who gave the Earth the right dimension? At night, you look up at the sky and see the moon. Even today, astronomers have not managed to explain the trajectory of the moon in evolutionary terms. The moon always looks at the Earth with the same face, and causes tides and other important effects for agriculture. Who put the moon in the sky? In addition to the moon, we look at the stars, and we see an uncountable number of them. The stars have other planets around them. But as much as astronomers search, they have never found one that has the same condition as the Earth. Who made the stars? Galaxies are very far away from us. Evolutionists say that by looking at them we see the past. They say that if we saw a distant galaxy, we would see a galaxy forming. They sent a telescope called James Webb into space, and they saw pretty far. The most distant galaxies are as perfectly formed as they are today. Who formed galaxies out of nothing? Now consider a bacterium. This is a living being, which is born, reproduces, and dies. At the base of his project, and of every other living project, is a molecule called DNA. DNA is comparable to the code in a computer program. This code is expressed through a sequence of molecules that make up the DNA. This sequence is not random, but well organized. As in a sentence, it is a sequence of letters, so DNA is a sequence of molecules. If we randomly change letters in a sentence, we get spelling errors. Our sentence doesn't get better, but it gets worse until it no longer means anything. The same thing happens if we make a mutation in the DNA sequence. We get a sick or dead living being. Who designed the DNA? Think of the mathematical formulas that describe natural laws. If these formulas were slightly different, we would just have chaos. Think of the force of gravity or electromagnetism. Who created natural laws? Where do they come from? Why do they exist? Why is there something? The human mind is able to reason, appreciate beauty, create projects, distinguish between right and wrong, know itself, and investigate its own existence. Who created the human mind? Who gave us the ability to make decisions? Humanity has created cities, transport, technology, art, and much more. Because, despite all our knowledge and technical skills, we cannot create life from inanimate matter. What is life, and who gives life? You can't explain everything with natural laws. How can you explain creation with creation? An intelligent mind is above time, space, and matter. This is the only explanation, for which out of nowhere, everything comes into existence. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1 verse 1.